Welcome to a brief introduction to booking travel through Concur Cliqbook Travel with Shorts Travel Management. The first step in booking your trip through Concur Cliqbook Travel is to sign in to the Shorts Travel portal. Once you're signed in, there will be a link on your front page called Book Online Concur Cliqbook Travel. It will include a picture of the Concur logo with the green suitcase and a link to log into Concur Cliqbook Travel. Simply click the link. Your profile information, along with your travel arranger and other preferences, have already been transmitted into Cliqbook, and Cliqbook will open in a brand new tab or browser window depending on how your browser is configured. Once you're within your company booking site, there is a link so you can look at the company travel policy that will be applied to your reservations as you book. Additionally, if you are responsible for arranging travel for other travelers and have been linked up in the Shorts Travel database, that information will be pushed over to Cliqbook along with any unused tickets that you might have. To begin booking on behalf of another traveler, simply select your traveler from the list of drop-down names, and then you will be booking travel on behalf of that other traveler. Within Cliqbook, the process of booking a flight, a car, a hotel, a rail reservation, or checking flight status is a simple few clicks. For this introduction, we'll do a simple round-trip air reservation with a hotel attached to it. To begin booking, simply click into the departure city blank and begin typing the name of the airport you will be leaving from. Don't worry if you misspell it, you can always back up, and you just have to type the name and it will begin to populate the rest of the blank. Select the option that you wish and do as well in the arrival city. You'll also notice that in addition to close matches, items near the Providence Airport in this example appear as well. If I want to search Boston, Logan, Manchester, or other airports nearby, I can select those as well. I click into the departure blank and I simply select the date from the drop-down calendar that I wish to book. For my departure, whether I wish to book that based on the time I want to arrive or depart, within a range by the hour or the time of day, and within a time window, by default plus or minus 3 hours. Do the same on my return. I at this point can select to find a hotel as well. Hotels are found within a range of kilometers or miles within a set range of an airport, a street address, a company location, or a reference point. Finally, I select whether I want to look at refundable, non-refundable airfares, and I can search by price or by schedule. I click the search button and Cliqbook begins processing my request, including a comparison of my profile to the various options that are available. It then scans the same system used by the agents when you make a phone call to Shorts Travel to present options to you on the screen. You'll notice the simple grid similar to many of the consumer sites that you may use on your own outside of work. Each of those options lists a carrier as well as the number of stops, and you can click on the box to see the results for that carrier. Additionally, and this will be covered in a separate demo, you do have the ability to book Southwest flights through a SWABIZ link, including the lowest Wanna Getaway fares. These are available in this web pop-up window. Any of these reservations will be seamlessly pushed back into the reservation system and included in your itinerary. Southwest results are included in the display below for easy comparison based on price, schedule, and so on. As I look through the different options, I have a number of things that I can do. I can click on the seat icon and actually look at the seat map for each of those flights and select the seats that I would wish to select prior to even choosing the flight. Another option that I have is I can dock options at the top of the screen. In this case, I have about 7 options. I may only want to narrow it down to 1 or 2 that I'm most interested in. So by clicking the compare link, each of those top 2 options are pushed to the top. If I were a travel arranger and wanted to notify a traveler of available options, I simply click the print email button, and a capture of the screen and all the options that I've selected for comparison, as well as all other options below, are listed, including any policy designations. I simply click print or email the flights, and I'm able to send that to my traveler or to myself if I need to look at different options outside of Cliqbook. Once I've selected the flight that I wish to book, I simply click the reserve button. You'll notice on some of these options, based on the travel policy for this company, that there is a note that CMH policy requires the lowest nonstop airfare. In this case, the fare of $442 is greater than the lowest airfare of $345. For this example, I'll reserve my Northwest flight. It is a non-refundable ticket as designated in the display, and I'm also reminded that I have up to a year to use that non-refundable fare. Once I click OK, my flights are reserved within the reservation system, and Cliqbook Next will attempt to find the right hotels tied to my search criteria. Once I receive my hotel results, I can sort by preference, by price, chain, and so on. I also can look at a map of hotels and select the property I wish to examine based on the push pin and where it sits on the map. I may also choose to filter my hotel search by amenities such as breakfast, fitness center, business center, and so on. The results then that are left allow me to examine each of the properties in more detail, including viewing all rates. Once I'm ready to go ahead and select the property that I wish to book, I simply click the Reserve button. I'm reminded of the hotel's cancellation and rate details at the time of reservation and asked to reaffirm. At this point, the hotel reservation is added to my itinerary, and the itinerary is retrieved for display. The reservation is recorded within the Shorts reservation system for easy reference in case you are no longer able to complete the booking in Cliqbook and need to contact a travel agent. At this point, you can re-examine the various parts of your itinerary, change the seats as we just showed before, change a leg of a flight, cancel a hotel, change dates, and so on. Once you're completed, click Next. You'll then be brought to the confirmation screen. You can name your trip, describe it. This is helpful when you come back into Cliqbook and you're looking at your trip library for past trips. You may also make a remark to the travel agent. If you wish to use an unused ticket, for example, this would be an excellent place to note that. You can have a copy of the confirmation sent to another email address for just this trip. By default, any carbon copy addresses that you've stored in your Shorts profile will automatically be carboned on your final virtual invoice. You will receive a separate email from Cliqbook, and you can elect to include directions and maps to the hotels in an HTML format, eliminating the need to print off separate directions once you get ready to take your trip. Additionally, if there are any booking codes required, in this case a department number and an optional 4-digit expense code, those must be entered here. If I attempt to proceed without entering that information, I'm prompted and forced to enter my department number and optional 4-digit expense code. I click the Next button, and at this point I am able to finish my purchase by clicking the Purchase Ticket button. At this point I would receive an email from Cliqbook confirming my purchase through Cliqbook, and that will be followed up with an official invoice and e-ticket receipt from Shorts Travel Management. All of this occurs within minutes for electronic tickets.